chicken fried, a cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Oh, oh, oh.
Woo! You know what that means? Are you plugged in? Say something.
Friday.
Oh, yeah, it's just that loud, I guess. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. It's your old pal John Reap here with
Sarah Tiana.
Yeah, and we are back with another Friday. What is going on, Sarah?
Man, not much. I've been able to stay in town here for a little bit, so that has been nice.
Yeah?
I went to a wedding last weekend.
Uh-oh, who got married?
My boyfriend's friend, Chris Cahill, got married.
Uh-huh.
Everybody just calls him Cahill, so it took me a second to remember what his first name is because there's so many Chris's in their group.
Yeah.
So everybody
it's a common name.
is like called by the last name or Pops. They
Yeah.
call it. There's like 4 guys in the group that they call Pops.
Oh.
And I don't know
Random.
why.
Are they all dads?
No. No.
Do they look old?
They call my boyfriend Pops.
Huh.
Well, they used to call him that because he always looked 40 when he was like in college because he was bald.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was cool. It was at this place in Silver Lake called the Paramore Estate. Have you heard of that?
No, but I did see your pictures, and it looked really cool. But I've never heard of that.
It was at the top of this mountain. I don't even know how the Uber driver got up the mountain without a 4-wheel drive. It wasn't even a mountain. It was a hill that was paved, like a road, but it was literally straight up, like one of those streets in San Francisco where you're like,
right, yeah,
are we going to fall backwards because we are like going so straight up?
Some of those streets scare me because you can't, like when you're going up, you can't see.
Yeah.
Like the going down part. Like you're looking straight up at the sky.
Yes.
And then it takes a minute for your car to look down. That's scary. You don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
So it's one of those hills.
Yeah. So, yeah. But then when you pull into there, it's like this completely huge place in the middle. Like, it's like it didn't feel like it was in Los Angeles at all, except that you could see the Hollywood sign.
Okay.
And you could see downtown on the other side. But it took up basically the whole top of this mountain. And there were like 3 different tiers. So we started at the bottom. now we're here.
Yes.
Jinx.
You have to say that.
So we go in, you go in and there's like this giant pool. And then we walk down all these steps to the lower portion of the estate, and that's where they had the ceremony. So there was a bunch of champagne and stuff there for us, like pre-party.
Yeah, nice.
Then they had the ceremony, and then
was it a short one?
It was short. It was actually really good. The lady that performed the ceremony was really, really good, and it like made me. I was trying to pay attention because I'm officiating my cousin's wedding this summer.
Oh,
did I tell you that?
I don't know.
Maybe not. Yeah. So he.
You have to get ordained and all that crap.
Yeah.
You're going to do that online?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right.
It's like getting your GED. It's like doing it online.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So so I was like trying to pay attention, and so it was a short ceremony. Then we went to have appetizers, which we completely filled up on because it was like an hour. Of appetizers and drinking,
yes,
and then the dinner.
Oh my God!
It was like a dinner, and that was like another hour, and then there was like dancing, which by that time my boyfriend and all of his friends were so hammered that I think you saw the video of them like dancing to Backstreet Boys. If you saw
I didn't see the video. I will check it out now.
These guys,
Backstreet Boys.
First of all, there's like 8 of them.
Yeah.
And they've been best friends since Syracuse.
Right.
They almost all went to college together around the same time.
Gotcha.
And most of them live out here now, and they all work in sports or entertainment in some capacity.
Right.
And they literally are all just dance in a circle, and like it's like the rest of the wedding party. I felt like it was like a giant game of double dutch where they're like trying to jump in, but they can't get into the circle. Because,
yeah, it's like no, this is just for us.
Yeah, and it's literally just them singing the song. And
did they have like an organized dance that they did?
No,
okay,
they
just
have
freestyling.
Clue what they're doing.
That's great.
Of course, my boyfriend says he knows how to dance. He's the best dancer in the world.
Okay.
But he is like the worst. Like he can't do the electric slide, so he's not
really
the best
my
dancer in the world.
That's like basic. You got to know that.
Yeah. So.
Wow. So did you dance?
Yeah.
Did you get in there?
I got in there. I danced a little bit. We had a good time, but it was really cold, so I was like in
Yeah.
my jacket most of the time. And then there was cake, and then we were trying to leave, and then there was like a taco truck that showed up. It was like,
Oh my God.
so much
food.
food and alcohol.
So you have to dance to burn all those calories off.
Yeah, and then I had coffee at like 9:30.
Wow.
And then I couldn't sleep the whole night. I'm like, I remember, I know my mom always talks about that. Today's my mom's birthday, by the way.
My birthday was yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
happy birthday, Sue.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, John.
Right, thank you. I'll say thank you for Sue. I'm sure she's saying
You're
thank you for
right.
me on the other end.
Yeah. What did you do for your birthday?
Well, I flew back. By the way, I don't want to forget before I forget. At the wedding, you're there with your boyfriend. Did you get like a little oh, look at this, honey. I wonder if we should do something like this.
No.
Did any of that happen?
No.
None of that talk? Okay.
No, but there was well, we're literally during the ceremony making so many horrific jokes, right?
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yeah.
were like, we should not be allowed in public, especially at weddings, And then he was just like, our wedding is going to be way more fun, like blah, blah, blah. And I was
He's
like,
already said that. He said that.
yeah. So I'm just like not
Boom.
saying anything, I'm just like, okay.
You let that slide? You just let that go in the
Yeah.
ether? Okay.
Well, I think we would also probably just do it in Vegas. I don't think
Yeah.
we would have anything expensive or fancy because
Just do it.
it's so much money. I mean, I can't even imagine how much they spent on this. And this was the third one. They did one in each of their hometowns, just like a private ceremony for their families
well, they got
there.
some cash then.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I was like, the bride is just gorgeous. She was so beautiful. And I mean, it was incredible. But I was trying to say that I had coffee at 9:30, and my mom always goes like, "Oh, I could never have caffeine that late. I'd never get to sleep."
Right.
And I'm like, no way. I would drink sugar-free rock stars at night, going out to the comedy club, and then just pass out when I got home.
Yeah.
But I think I
Not
must
this
be
time.
getting to that age, 40, where
Maybe
it's
so. Yeah.
my body's way more sensitive to things.
You're going to be eating dinner at 4:30 before you know it.
Well, I thought for sure I'd be able to sleep because I'm on hydrocodone for
Oh, yeah.
for my teeth, my dentist,
Right.
and then but no, nothing helped.
Well, yeah, it does. The older you get, the more stuff affects you. I'm
Yeah.
46 now as of yesterday.
So that's what it was, the 46.
46.
Yeah, I love that picture that you posted and gave homage to your mother.
I feel that way.
Yeah,
Like I didn't
she
do
should
anything.
be rewarded. Yeah.
I think that's how we should do it
well,
in society.
you didn't quit.
I mean, it was a pain in the butt. I came out
Yeah.
butt first, as we've discussed.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it was not an easy labor for her. So yeah.
Or 46 years of life with
Yeah, with me
Yeah.
dealing with it. Yeah, so thank you, Mother. But yeah,
you
I
out
didn't
of
do
jail?
anything. I didn't really do anything. I flew back on Sunday.
Right.
I've been on the road for almost 3 weeks straight.
I know. You must, yeah.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
So I came back Sunday and just didn't do anything. I ordered a pizza, ate a whole pizza by myself. That was fun.
That is awesome.
But I loved it.
Yeah.
And then I passed out. And then got up, went to the gym. I went for a hike.
This is yesterday for your birthday?
This is yesterday for my birthday. I didn't do anything.
great.
I didn't do it. Me and Kyle went out. Kyle took me. We went on Ventura Street to a Mexican place. I forgot the name of it. It's on Ventura. It's pretty good. Had some drinks. Went to Firefly. Had some more drinks, and I was done at 11:30. I'm like, I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
So
Exhausted.
I passed out around 12:30 last night. Nothing crazy. I don't. I think
anymore.
birthdays are like for children.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I know. I remember this was probably 4 years ago or something. I was having a birthday party, and my grandmother yelled at me why are you having a birthday party? You're too old to have a birthday party, And I was like, I just always that was the one day that I would allow people to
Right.
give me any attention that I,
Right.
or
Well, if someone else would have organized something, I'd be like, oh, cool, thanks.
Sure.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure everyone knows it's my birthday.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And usually it would just be a way for all of our friends to get together. But then you just start getting older and you're like, ugh, sending out all the emails and then getting people to show up. And then
I mean,
it's just a bunch of texts that day about sorry, couldn't make it, and it's I don't even need
my
you.
ex, one time, she gave me a surprise
Ooh.
birthday party, which was kind of cool. And so we were going to go to this bar up here on Ventura. And I was thinking it was just for some drinks, so just us, right? And I walk in, and like everybody that I know is there, and they're all dressed as white trash. So I was having a white trash birthday party, and it was cool at first, and then till I found out that she had organized it where I paid for the bar,
What?
like it was an open bar, and I got this
What?
bill at the end. Yeah, happy birthday. Here's a bar tab that you owe.
Yeah, a lot of.
It was a lot of money. Yeah, it was easily $1,200. So that part I didn't like, but I like hanging out with my friends.
That is
I'm-
super white trash, like telling somebody they have to pay, not you.
Right.
What? The birthday
So-
boy doesn't have to pay?
I know, that was dumb. So,
That's why she's your ex.
boom. So no longer. Although I will say, talking about weddings, our wedding was pretty amazing. We got married in Hawaii, right?
Okay.
And we had this little private estate, and we had maybe 40, 30 friends there. And it was like the ceremony, real quick. It was drinks. We had a DJ, and everybody danced.
Yeah.
And
That's the key.
And it was a lot of fun.
Well, I used to DJ weddings.
Did you really?
Yeah, weddings
Wow.
and bar mitzvahs. That's how I started that's how I even learned about being a stand-up comic.
No
'Cause one of
kidding.
the guys who DJ'd was attempting it or something, and then my friend that I DJ'd with all the time told me I had to do it.
Wow.
But I would go out and, I still I would like sit down with a couple before, and be like, what do you, I had this whole sheet of like, what do you want? And
Yeah.
like, what kind of music do you want? What kind do you not want?
Right, that's-
and,
yeah.
And they'd be like, don't play Love Shack, or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, that's fine. But like, just know more people are going to dance if they know the song.
Right.
Because if people are singing the song, they
Yep.
don't feel like they're dancing.
Right.
It's like, and also the lights have to be down.
Yeah.
Because people feel uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
if it's too bright and they don't know the words to the song, they're not going to dance.
Yeah.
So that's why you say, like all these cheesy wedding songs.
Well,
But
because everybody loves it.
there's a reason for that, because like it's not just all 30-year-old people who are there.
Right.
And you can just play music for
Yeah.
that. There's people who are 80 and there's
Yep.
people who are 15. So you have to find something that all of them can kind of
Yeah.
love.
It's hard to make everybody happy like that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my
really
gosh.
hard. And the other part was like, man, just setting up the equipment is so hard.
Really?
But because
I mean,
of
what
that,
did you
I've
carry
al-
around a bunch of stuff?
I had to carry around speakers.
Wow.
Yeah, and set them up by myself.
How long ago was this?
God, this was 14 years ago.
14 and you
15
did this
years ago.
In where? In Georgia?
No, here in
Here?
LA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, weddings and bar mitzvahs and like high school dances and proms and
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Where I was like teaching dances, I would teach the hustle, I would teach the electric slide, like all this kind of stuff, and like.
That's great.
But I ended up doing a lot of commitment ceremonies because gay weddings weren't allowed
Sure.
back then. So they always loved having a woman. It was like different.
All
It
right.
felt like, empowering, even for two men.
Uh-huh.
There was just something they just like.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Get it, girl.
Yeah.
I like that girl.
But those weddings were the most fun because everybody wanted to be there.
Uh-huh.
Like it was like everybody who showed up was like not going to leave until the very end, and they
Yeah.
were excited and happy. It wasn't just like, oh, here's another wedding.
Lots of dancing.
Yeah, lots
That's
of dancing.
yeah. So like, you had to learn the electric slide.
Yes.
What else did you? What are the organized dance? Macarena,
Yeah, we would do the hustle.
the hustle. Now, which one is
Yeah.
that?
Well,
The song, the hustle.
Well, yeah, but you could really do it to any song. Usually, there's a bunch of songs that you can do the electric slide to as
Right.
well. You
Yeah.
know, like basically any Justin Timberlake song or any Michael Jackson song.
Yeah, yeah.
The hustle,
There's
it's
the chicken dance,
similar
too.
to the electric slide, but there's a couple more forward spins and
Yeah.
backward spins, and
I remember that thing came out.
spin to the right, spin to the left.
Okay.
And then you just jump and then you turn around. It was we used to have to teach all of those. And
I
then there
remember
was
in 1990 when I went to Russia. We were the student ambassadors, right? So we had to go to all these different events and hang out with the youth of Russia. There was a world peace mission, so we just go there just hanging out with people, right? And so for them it was like a big presentation. We would go and they would they'd come out with all this amazing food, and then do a crazy dance, like a really nice dance. And then it'd be like, okay, your turn. And I'm like, we weren't prepared for this. We're like, guys, I guess we're doing the electric slide.
No.
So
that's what you guys would
we
do.
did the electric slide in Russia because we didn't have like an organized thing. We didn't know they were going to ask us to dance. So
well, like
that
we
was
have like
pretty
an
embarrassing.
American dance.
Yeah,
You know?
right,
I mean, I
right.
guess if we did have one, it would probably be the electric
I don't know
slide.
what else it would be. Square dancing? I don't know.
Yeah, it would have to be the electric slide. I think because everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It was like the original line dance.
Yeah.
Man, I would always like, especially like black weddings. Man, they love the electric slide.
Really?
Yes. Black people love line dancing.
No
I'm
kidding.
not kidding. Like, I'm surprised that
I
there are
never
not
saw that
more black
coming.
people that like country music, because country music people and black people have so much in common. Not that they're separate anyway, but just like saying like there tends to
like
be
to have a
you know-
great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both love to have a good time. They
Yep.
both love their families. And,
Yep.
you know, like they're just like super committed. They love to dance. They love to sing.
I can see that.
They're true entertainers and,
Yep.
you know, like all of, you know, so I just, I just always would love, but I was like terrible at like black wedding because I was like, I have no idea the right songs to play, you know?
Right.
Like,
It's like, okay, I will take requests.
yes.
Please tell me what you want to
to
hear.
play because I have no idea what to do. Like I would have one song and everybody would just come out, and then I play the next song and then everybody would leave. It was like, oh God, I was just so terrible. It was like I could not do this anymore. Like I'm not the right person for this.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, there's also certain, you know, like rock and like if it was like classic rock and roll, I wouldn't know what to do with that. Like I'm really bad when it comes to music anyway.
I am too. I'm stuck in the 80s. Like,
Yeah. Well, we talk about old country all the time.
Right.
Like I mean that is my specialty. Like
old school country.
yeah, if you want me
Even
to
the 80s cut. Yeah, like 1980s stuff is fun.
80s and 90s country.
I love it.
You know, it's my favorite radio station on Sirius satellite radio. I could listen to it all the
I just
time.
pop in the 80s. When I go to the gym, I just put on 80s pop.
Yeah.
And get on the elliptical, and it's like something I could dance. I feel like I'm dancing on the elliptical sometimes. I'm sure I look like an idiot, but
What's the best wedding you've ever been to?
the best wedding, well, mine, but one that I'm not in. Let's see here.
Well, sure.
My old business manager, a guy named Andrew Meyer,
Mm-hmm.
got married in God, where was this? Where does Paisley live? Not Nashville, but the other one.
Santa Barbara?
Yeah, Santa Barbara. And that's how I know things. And it
About
was
where
really
celebrities
cool.
live?
Yeah. They didn't have a DJ, but they had like this band that played 80s music, and they were kind of like the lead singer was. It was weird. He was like a cross between El DeBarge, Prince, and Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah, these braces are killing me.
Poor thing.
And so it was really good. Like they played all that music, and everybody was dancing, and no one wanted them to leave.
Right.
Like they just wanted to keep going all night, and everyone was just sweaty and drunk, and it was a blast.
I haven't really been to that many weddings.
Yeah.
Because, well, most of my friends got married right out of high school, so I wasn't even around to be able to go to those.
Yeah.
You know, except for my friend Ergy, who got married like in high school. So
Right.
I was able to go to that because I was still in town. But
Yeah.
all the other ones I was working, you know, at Six Flags, and I couldn't come down,
That's
or I was
fun.
at college, and well, last year I had my friend Super Dan had a remember Super Dan? I think we talked
Super
about him
Dave, I know.
on Brinkin' Duddies. My friend Super Dan was the one that threw up in the glass. That was exactly
yes.
16 ounces.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes. So he got married, if you can believe it, last year to in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow.
And I know, like one of those
kidding.
all-inclusive places or whatever. And it was fine, you know, like it was fine. The wedding was amazing, and you know, the party was of course fun.
Right.
But the best part was his dad like shows up at the wedding in like shorts and
Love it.
just like one of those like free T-shirts, you know, like like one that says, you know, like have a Coke, you know, or like you know, like it's like says Dodgers, you know,
Like
but
you
it
got
says Farmers John, you know, like it's like the one they got handed out of the gate,
Right.
you know. And he's got and sandals. And he has the craziest tan lines I've ever seen. He has bright red, like clearly sprayed sunscreen on, but like just in very specific areas.
Yeah,
like,
just like didn't
missed most of it.
Okay.
But like he just has these giant white
He's like a tie-dye.
and he's just standing there, just like, yeah. I mean, he had the shirt tucked in, so I guess that was a little fancy, you know?
He dressed up.
But I was like, this guy's my hero.
That's
And
awesome.
that's
Was he just thinking like, well, it's the Dominican Republic. I mean, it's a
They got
beachy
married
area.
on the beach,
Right.
so I mean, it made sense. And
That's
but the
funny.
rest of it were like all in dresses, you know. And
Did they take pictures and he's like the only one? Like, who's this guy who just walked into the picture?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my dad.
I mean, definitely like think about like the family photos.
Right. Was he the best man? I mean, was he?
No, he wasn't in the
Okay.
wedding.
He was the best Dan.
Yeah, I don't think they had any bridesmaids or anything. I think it was just the two of
Wow.
them. But yeah, it was.
That's funny.
There's always like somebody. One of my friends at his wedding, his wife, her aunt, like shit her pants on the dance floor.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it was like
Okay, so how do we know this happened? She admitted it, or we saw it?
you saw it, and
Oh,
you
no.
could smell it, and they had to like taste. She was just like super hammered.
How old was she? Was it like a old?
Oh, like
because she was
50
old, or
something.
because she was just drunk?
Maybe a combination.
Yeah.
I'm not really
Ooh,
sure.
Maybe she just thought it was a fart. And, hey,
Probably.
wow.
Yeah. But
Oh,
that
that's
was, like,
embarrassing.
yeah, at a wedding when you're in a nice dress. That's difficult.
Yes.
Because it's not just like a pair of pants you could throw away, you know?
So she had a dress on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
It was a longer dress, I
Yeah.
think. So that's why it didn't come out.
So you might not
the
even
bottom.
seen it till she stepped aside.
I'm sure she had underwear on.
Oh, right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. And my thing is like a. Yeah, never mind. That's embarrassing. Well, I was thinking like
You're just
because of the
imagining.
dress, maybe it just hit the floor. No one knew anything until she stepped over or something. Like, oh, you left something there. Did you drop your turd?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yes. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. You never had anything like that happen.
Well, I'm getting ready to go to the beach. Speaking of beach stuff, Myrtle Beach. You been to Myrtle Beach,
Yes.
South Carolina?
Yes.
The dirty Myrtle. Yeah, it's a redneck Riviera,
Yeah.
but
Not the original, though. Panama City's.
right, that's the original. Right,
Yeah.
right. They stole it. That's
Oh,
how
they
redneck they
did?
are.
I don't know if they stole it.
But
you know, John Rich owns the rights to that term.
does he really?
Yeah, Redneck Riviera.
Oh, good
That's
for
the name
him.
of his bar and his like
Oh.
liquor brand now.
Well, he should sue Myrtle Beach because that's what some people start calling it. Because it is kind of that. But so my birthday was yesterday. My friend, a lot of people were posting pictures, happy birthday, all that stuff on Facebook. This one girl, Dodie, who I went to church with, I basically grew up with this girl. She posted a picture of me at the beach when I was 18. I have to show you this picture. It's very
Oh, no.
embarrassing. I'll put it on our Facebook
Instagram
thing.
and
Yeah. It's like you could tell this full ginger, right?
Are you super pale and white? And
Yeah.
are you covered head to toe?
Look at the chain I'm wearing too.
Wow. Oh my God, you're like tan in this.
Well, that's the thing. I can sort of tan, but it's like a process. You know, it's it's like little baby steps, like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
Right.
Because if I get burned at once, it's over. I just won't go back outside because it hurts.
You look pretty handsome in that photo.
Well, I didn't
Your
like it
hair
at
is,
first,
like,
and I look at
super
like, oh,
red
yeah.
and long, and
It's like a
I never see you without a hat on hardly.
yeah. I used to have thick hair.
I think you still have pretty thick hair.
It's still. I'm
Wow.
happy I still have it at all.
You have a lot of hair.
My dad's bald. My brother's bald. So the fact that I even have it's pretty amazing. But,
so you're going to Myrtle Beach.
I'm going to Myrtle Beach, and you know, being in the sun is not like my thing, but I will slowly tan because it's possible. I just got to do the little baby steps. You know, lots of sunscreen, but I
Or
was just
take those pills that your mom gave you and your
the PABA pills. I gotta look those up. I wonder if you still
PABA-free?
make those things.
There's no way.
Yeah, no. And Aaron looked it up and said, "Oh, those were bad for you." It's the exact opposite of what you should have done. So a first just happened for me in Jacksonville, Florida, at the Comedy Zone.
Okay.
And I was going to ask you this question:
Okay.
has anyone ever like the MC that brought you up, has he ever like forgot your name or mispronounced it or?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tiana's a hard one. So.
Yeah, but I mean,
What-
I'm the headliner. You should know.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
you
you
should
should.
know my name.
Right, but people are human. But it's the first time it's
Yeah.
ever happened to me.
Oh really?
The MC forgot.
So what? That's the first time? You were so lucky.
Yeah.
Like in a
I've done
in a
it.
long time? Or
I've
ever?
made that mistake.
You have?
Yeah. Well, first of all, this guy, he's an older guy. You know, he's probably like 70.
Okay.
He's just getting into it, and he doesn't know who I am.
Oh, he just started?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the MC. It's this local guy. He's all right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Nice guy. And he was messing up the feature's name every time. Like he said it like 7 different ways.
Oh.
So I was just like, my time's coming with this guy. I
Yeah.
don't know when.
Sure.
And he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to bring to the stage." And he paused. I'm like, "Oh, here it comes." He goes, "Jim Reap." And the audience is like, "What? Did he do it on purpose?"
Who's Jim Reap?
Yeah, I was like, "Well, just discovered I'm Jim Reap, you guys."
Yeah.
I have been going to the gym, baby. He meant GYM.
Wow. Oh no.
I didn't give him too much a hard time though, because you know he's an older dude, and it happens when you're like, you're on stage and you're trying to remember your own stuff. Sometimes
Yeah.
you forget the stuff that you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So
of
what
course.
have they gotten? How,
Oh, sometimes they just forget my first name entirely, and they'll be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Tiara."
right,
Just like you're like, what?
Tiara.
Yeah, and I remember one time John Lovitz was bringing me up, and he's like, "Who am I bringing up?" And they were like, "Sarah Tiana," and he was like, "Who?" And they're like, "Sarah Tiana." And I'm standing right next to the stage. I'm like, "It's Sarah Tiana," and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Shelly, Terry." Like, I'm like, "You literally? How do you?"
Was he trying to be funny?
No,
He just really.
I
messed
don't
it
think
up.
so. Because if he was, that might be the funniest thing I've ever seen him do. So I certainly don't think that was him
Wow.
making an attempt. Yeah, like he just,
Yeah.
really messed it up. People do that at the Comedy Store too. Like a lot of the older comics are mostly the ones that do that, or just like really young, like new people.
Yeah,
who,
they're nervous. And
my favorite, my friend, the wrestler, Nick, who was on our show. He's opening for me in April 12th through the 15th at the House of Comedy. So if you guys are out there in Arizona,
nice.
one time we were at the Laugh Factory, and this girl was up on stage, and she goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my close personal friend, Mr. Don Irera."
Yeah, you're doomed when you say my close
personal friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just jinx yourself.
Don Irera, not Dom.
Don.
His name is Dom Irera, and
Yes.
he's a legend. And I mean, that's like saying Jimmy Seinfeld, like it was just so bad.
It's like everyone knows this person, but you.
So what did that guy say after you got off? Or did you say anything about it when you got on?
I had a joke about it.
Okay.
So I said, I made the joke GYM. Obviously, he meant GYM because I'm so buff.
Okay.
And then I just
good.
moved on.
Okay,
But then
good
after
for
the
you.
end, he came up to me and to say goodbye because it was the last show.
And he was fired.
That's what I meant by last show. For him. Ever. No, he goes, I said, "Hey, man, don't worry about it. I've made the same mistake. Everyone does it. I'm happy you got it right most of the time."
Oh, wow.
He
that's
felt
nice.
bad. He felt bad.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I remember when I did it. In the headliner's name was a guy named Bob Baker.
Okay. You still said it wrong just now.
I sure did.
Oh, you called him Bob Barker.
I called him Bob Barker. And not on purpose. That's just Bob Barker. It
Yeah.
just rolls off your tongue.
Yeah, Bob
And
Baker.
he got on stage. He goes, he was like a pothead kind of guy with a little hoarse voice. He's like, "It's Baker, you asshole."
Oh, geez.
I was like, "Oh, sorry."
There's a kid at the Comedy Store, and his name is Mike Dillon instead of Matt Dillon.
Oh, no.
And I'm like constantly, like, "Don't say it wrong. Don't
Yeah,
say it wrong.
right.
Don't say it wrong." Yeah, that's really tough. Names are tough. That's why, like, I end up having the name that I do, Sarah Tiana, because my full name is Sarah Tiana Haynes.
Right.
And when I started stand-up, I used my whole name, and I always put my middle name in there because my dad gave me my middle name, and like he's very proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
And One
it's cool.
day.
I mean, you're the only Tiana I've ever met.
Yeah, thank you.
That's pretty cool.
Besides Princess Tiana from Disney. And Sarah means princess, so that's interesting.
Princess.
Yeah. But my dad gave me the name Tiana, and, I'm going to lose my last name one day, knock on wood. So in a way, it was like me just trying to like keep this name alive for him. And so when comics would bring me up, they were like, how do you say your middle name? I'd be like, it's Tiana. Like a tiara, but with an N.
Right.
And they'd be like, Sarah, Tiana. And they had worked so hard on my middle name that they couldn't remember what my last name was.
Right.
And eventually I was like, you know what? I'm going to lose that last name anyway. So,
yeah.
Of course, that was 15 years ago. I still haven't lost it, but what are you going to do?
2 names is enough.
It was plenty.
You don't need 3. So I asked this question on Facebook. I said we're doing a new podcast today. So what do y'all want us to talk about? And we got some responses. One person said, "What comedian would you like to work with that you haven't worked with?" I think we've all got that question over the.
Oh yeah.
What's your do you have when you headline? Do you have a walk out song that you choose?
Oh, I do.
And
I have 2 that I can choose from: either "Country Girl, Shake It for Me"
ooh,
by Luke Bryan,
that makes sense.
or
Like it.
"Any Way You Want It" by Journey.
Oh, I like
Both
that
of those songs can start at the beginning.
Yeah.
I always pick songs where you don't have to like fast forward or anything.
Yeah.
Stuff that's like, I used to actually carry it, the "Any Way You Want It" around with me.
What do you mean?
Like I would carry the intro song around with me.
Just in case he didn't have it. Like,
Yeah.
like on a
case-
CD.
Yeah, on a CD. And like, just because, I don't know, it's just like, you never know what anybody was going to play anyway.
That's true.
And it was always, I didn't want it to be some song that I didn't know. But the first words of that are, she loves to laugh, she loves to sing, she does everything. And so that felt like me.
That's totally
Except
you.
for the does everything.
Right.
Now
she does this one thing pretty good.
Yeah, I do this one thing pretty good. The rest of the time I'm laying on my couch.
I come out to lately. I've just been coming out to Eastbound and Down theme song.
Oh, that's good.
So it's like
to remind people of you being
They'll say,
on
like,
that show.
You know him from this, and this, and it's a good little. It's like a good little bluesy jazz riff. It just comes out with lots of energy. It's generic, and you're not thinking like, why do you choose it? It's just like a random song.
Do people have to find that? I mean, now it's so easy because clubs will be like, well, what do you want? What song? And they can just YouTube it.
100%. Like 90% of clubs now are just use YouTube or Spotify.
Spotify, yeah.
So I used to carry around a CD as well. Sometimes I'll still do this. I'll have pre-show music as this audience is being sat. And then I'll have my walk-on music, and then I'll have a closing song. And then I have a post-show song as they're leaving.
That's great.
I actually got organized.
No, it makes sense, though, because you have to have the right atmosphere.
It gives people the right mood.
Yes, sure.
And John Heffron took it a step further. He actually would put little announcements during the pre-show music. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, at the end of the show, John Heffron will be outside selling, like him saying it.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, that's pretty
so
smart.
smart.
Yeah. So I used to carry on the CD and do that, but now everyone just uses YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's way easier.
What do you sell at your shows?
Depends. I've got hats.
You sell Depends?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I do a lot of cruise ships.
Yeah.
That's a lot of old people like me.
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. They'll be there. Actually, it's funny, the cruise ship I did to, the country music cruise, there were people from that came to see me in Jacksonville. So that was kind of nice. But yeah, I sell T-shirts, hats, like a CD, a DVD. I've got bumper stickers. I have belt buckles.
Oh, nice.
I don't like carrying all that crap around, though.
Yeah.
But I like having things if they want something. So it depends on, like, I sell these hats now. Like
that's great.
I'll do the hats because they're easy to carry.
Those are a great hat.
Yeah, and they look cool.
Looks
like a fake baseball logo.
Yeah. No. I want you've inspired me, you and Josh Wolf, because you said you got that from Josh Wolf.
Yeah, I did it because of his show.
Right, because
I wanted to wear a hat, and he can't have a logo. I said, well, I'll just create my own logo.
Right.
And that's why that happened. And then he does it, too.
Did you create it yourself, or did you pay somebody to do that?
I did that.
Oh, so
I drew it out and then sent it to a guy who does design and stuff like that, and he made it better.
I want to do that.
Yeah, you should.
I really want to do it.
ST?
Yeah, and I want the T to be like a tomahawk going through.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
A little shout out to the Braves
Yeah.
almost.
Uh-huh.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then I mean, I'm going to have to really hunker down and buy all those fancy. I bought hats that say shelf respect because I have this whole bit about guys needing to know how to put up a shelf.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
But the hats that I bought are like so cheap and chintzy. And they looked so much better. You know, they're like total trucker hats. But then I bought it and I was like, oh, these are not nice.
If you'd like, I can recommend a guy.
Great.
That's called Missing Ink. They're out of Nashville.
Okay.
And they do everything.
Great.
It's a one-stop shopping. They even store it for you and they'll ship it to you.
Perfect.
So you don't have to have a bunch of crap.
I love it.
They're really good.
All right, so you sell all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I just sell the cat bandanas and dog bow ties right now.
But I bet you that's easy to carry. You
Yeah,
probably get a lot in your suitcase.
I have so many of them already.
Yeah.
So they have, I literally travel around with a carry-on bag, and the bow ties and bandanas have to get checked because there's so many of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I need to slow it
Have
down.
I showed you my coasters?
No.
I have coasters that I had made, same company. One side is information where you can find me online, like social media, all that crap. On the other side, it's like I get emails from people. It's like, give me your name, your email, your zip code. And so I collect emails and I let them know when I'm coming back there. And I just
that's
put them on
nice.
all the tables before the show starts. So it's a coaster. It's also, you can take information or you can give me your information. And I collect all that stuff and
That's so organized.
But those are heavy too. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
you got to carry a bunch of them. You got to imagine that these clubs will hold 400 people.
Yeah.
And that's 400 times
Times
5.
Yeah.
So that's slowly starting to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. You can't ship them directly to the club.
I can, but
It's also another.
that's another thing.
Yeah. Because also if you carry it, then it leaves room in your suitcase on the way home,
It does.
which I love. Because you never
Yeah.
know what gifts and stuff you're going to get
But
when you're
unless they give it back to me with their email, then I got to take it
Oh,
back.
that's right.
So it's half and half, but whatever. Easter's coming up.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you going to be home? Are you going to be here? What are you doing?
I'm going to be here because on Saturday I'm doing the K-Rock's April Foolishness show downtown at Microsoft.
Nice.
Yeah, so that will be fun. And then Sunday I'll just be watching
Sports. I hear you.
Yeah, well, Saturday's the Final Four, so Sunday I don't even really know what's going to be going on Sunday.
I will be going from Myrtle Beach to Hickory, and I'll be spending time with the folks.
Aww.
So that'll be fun. Mom likes when I get dressed up and go to church.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
They have a whole service at the Hollywood Bowl next door to me.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. They have a big Easter service there.
Yeah.
And it's always really nice.
Growing up, did you ever do the dyeing of the eggs and going out and do that stuff with your family?
Yeah, we actually dyed like real eggs.
Yeah.
And they would always get hidden. I remember the first Easter that we were in Georgia, we went to Opryland for that weekend. It must have been our spring break or something.
Yeah.
And my sister and I were like, how is the Easter bunny going to find us in this hotel room? Like, this is not, like, how does he know? My mom was like, don't worry. We told it. Like, don't worry. He knows.
Yeah.
And my sister and I are like,
Nope.
he doesn't know. And you guys messed this all up. You've ruined Easter because we have to go to this dumb theme park,
Right.
And, of course,
We're not going to get our basket.
we're not going to get our basket.
My mom would always give me a basket with that fake grass in it and
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of candies. I loved it.
Oh, yeah. I still love getting Easter basket candy.
too.
Easter candy was always good. I like that more than even though I like the Valentine's hearts,
Yeah.
but Easter
Cadbury
candy,
egg. How do you feel about the Cadbury eggs?
I'm a big fan.
I like that too.
Yeah, but also wasn't the Reese egg the first one that was like the
Maybe.
big because it wasn't the tree. I think it was the egg first, and then they started having them every holiday.
Reese's?
Yeah, the Reese cup shaped like an Easter egg.
Oh.
You've
I've
seen
had that, but
those.
with the tree? They have a
At
tree?
Christmas, they have the one shaped
Oh,
like a tree.
okay.
And I think at Valentine's Day, they have a heart.
Right. Maybe they were. I don't know. Someone did ask us on our Facebook page, what does a bunny and eggs have to do with Easter? So I really didn't know.
Well, it's fertility, right?
And
And spring.
Alicia Bentley asked that question, and I Googled it. So let's. What's the Easter Bunny then? Okay, the story of the Easter Bunny is thought to have become common in the 19th century. Rabbits usually gave birth to a big litter of babies. Did you know that a litter of rabbit babies is called kittens?
No.
Yep. I didn't
That
know
sounds
either.
like somebody made that. Like, was just like,
Well,
I don't know what to call them. Just call them kittens.
I didn't fact check it. So they became a new symbol of life. Legend has it that with the Easter Bunny, legend has it that the Easter Bunny lays, decorates, and hides eggs as they are a symbol of new life. So yes, it's like new life. You're right.
Right, which is Jesus rising from the dead, so
Right.
new life, and chocolate was what helped us go to church. Motivation.
It's funny, like in other countries, though, it's not a bunny rabbit. Like it's in Switzerland, it's I'm not going to say this animal's name correctly.
Stephen.
Let me. Stephen the kangaroo. No, it's Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
What
A
is that?
cuckoo?
Yeah. What is that?
Cuckoo? Cuckoo?
Cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Cuckoo.
And in Germany, it's a fox. So a fox will hide the eggs. I don't
A
know.
fox does not hide eggs, it eats them.
Yeah, that's how stupid Germany is. They got it wrong.
They're so backwards.
I know.
Germany, get it together.
Get your crap together, man.
And that was me telling Germans to get it together. What? A fox?
Yeah, I don't
a fox
get it.
doesn't even lay eggs, right?
No. Well,
Neither does a
a
bunny.
rabbit doesn't either.
Well,
So it doesn't really make sense.
you're right.
Yeah.
But a rabbit, yeah.
Rabbits.
A rabbit is a wascally wabbits.
Yeah, why don't they hide carrots? They love carrots.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So I don't. Yeah. Who knows? Then it goes. Here's why the eggs though, right? Because I was curious. A lot of us. So I'll just read this. A lot of us may chomp on chocolate eggs at Easter, but originally eating eggs was not allowed by church leaders during the week leading up to Easter, known as Holy Week. So any eggs laid that week were saved and decorated to make them Holy Week eggs that were given to children as gifts. And then later on, it got to be they would decorate like, don't eat this egg because it was laid by the chicken during Holy Week, so we can't eat this. And they'd paint it to let you know, don't eat this, and then they'd give it as a gift, and then you'd eat it later.
Okay.
That's why we decorate the eggs.
Okay.
I never knew that.
Do you remember dyeing the chickens?
No,
Remember? Oh, no, I'm not.
you didn't die.
No, but you would dye the eggs, and then when they hatched, they were different colors.
What are you talking about?
They did that in like kindergarten. They did that.
No.
Yeah, you would put like dye inside the chicken egg. When
Are you
I'm
messing
not
with me?
kidding. No, I'm not. No, look it up.
Okay. Wait, so it's okay. Please explain that all over again.
Okay, so they would be waiting for they were fertilized eggs,
Right.
And they would put dye into the egg, like with a needle or
No
whatever.
kidding.
Yeah, and then when the chickens hatched, they were different colors.
You are making this up.
Look it up right now.
I feel like you're pulling my leg.
I'm not pulling your
I'll
leg.
look it up. Hang on.
I'm choking your chicken.
We gotta go, folks.
Yeah,
Hang
we
on.
do have to go. But now I'm like, I want you
Died
chicken.
chicken.
Not dead chickens, died chickens.
Oh.
You see
Yeah, I
it?
typed it dead. Easter.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hang on. D-Y-E-D, not D-I. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I want to find this out, dagnabbit.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a real thing.
We used to do that. I remember like every class. Are you
Look at
seeing
this.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
See,
the
when
chicks
they
would come out
hatch.
pink or green?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew
Easter
that.
chicks.
When did that start? I missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
We didn't get to do that when I was a kid.
I'm sure PETA doesn't allow it now. There wasn't PETA when I was growing up. Not like they are now. But
No, well, that looks pretty dang
Yeah.
adorable.
they would be in like one of those it would be like one of those fish tanks with like a heat lamp type looking
Yeah.
thing, and all
I
the
swear to
eggs
God,
would be
I thought you
there.
were messing with me.
No. No, I would mess with you in many ways.
That's
but not
funny,
that.
though. I was like, okay.
Yeah, they would come out different colors.
Wow.
And I don't know why. You would do that? I don't know.
What are you gonna do with the chick? I mean, you gonna raise it?
Well,
You're
you
gonna
know, eventually its feathers fall off and like it just,
Right.
you know, like it turns its normal. They grow back. It's just like hair dye. It's not.
That's interesting.
It doesn't hurt them in any way.
Some people just go all out for every holiday.
You're not going to
That's
get like
little too much.
a blue chicken breast when you're cutting into a
Right.
a green chicken
Yeah,
breast.
I
That
think
wouldn't be
this,
good.
my chicken patty is a little old.
Mm-hmm.
It's got mold on it. It's blue. All right. Well, this has been a very informative episode of the
Yeah.
Fried Podcast.
Well, now, yeah, you know about dyed chicks and
You know about
weddings.
DJing weddings.
we've come full circle.
We have come full
We started
circle.
with weddings and we ended with chicks.
Started, yes. What we're going to call this one?
Wedding chicks.
Okay. I like it. You got any tour dates you should plug?
I'm going to be in Iowa the first weekend of April.
Okay.
At a festival.
Nice.
And then I go to Arizona, and then I'll be in Nashville.
We're going to be in Nashville.
And then I'll be in Indiana. So that's where I am.
Very good. I will be April the 12th doing a gig in my hometown.
Hickory.
Yep. I like it when you say it. Hickory! This place called the Silver Bullet.
It's for werewolves.
Yes, it's also a pretty good beer.
Oh.
But this place, imagine, you've seen the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. Left boot, right boot. Got it.
Kind of like that bar, but like worse. And so I'm performing there. That'll be fun. Some of my high school friends are in a band called Southern Startown, so they're going to open up. It's just an excuse for me to hang out with my friends and roast everybody. I'm going to know everybody there.
Yeah.
I mean, this place is redneck as redneck could be, though. Like the bar stools are saddles. You literally have to
nice.
saddle up.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Saddle up to the bar.
Yeah. So I'll be there April 12th, and then I'm doing a corporate gig on the 13th. And on the 14th, I'll be in Greensboro, Nashville with you, 18 through 19. And then I'm going to be in Jacksonville, North Carolina at the Tar Heel. And then there's lots of dates at johnreap.com. Just go check out that.
All right. Well, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. And why is it not playing? Oh, I turned it way down. Hang on. Folks. There it is.
Feel the touch of my precious child, and no mother's love